Best boy Veldora. This hunk of a man is lovable, courageous, and insanely overpowered because he was born as the incarnation of chaos itself, immediately having control over wind, water, and space from birth. Since inception, Veldora has been plagued with an immense restlessness, embarking on destructive rampages which cause violent storms and is considered more as a natural phenomenon than an individual to most humans, where his damage is seen as an unavoidable tragedy, like how a hurricane or tornado is seen by us in real life. But the real Veldora, this man essentially just has severe ADHD and doesn't have any sort of means to restrict it, which leads Velzard and Velgrind to come beat his ass whenever he gets the zoomies. Like we mentioned earlier, this constant cycle of his sister beating his ass has caused Veldora to be scarred for life, making him so fearful of his sisters that even now he pisses his pants when Velzard even looks his way. One of Veldora's most famous rampages happens about 2,000 years ago, as bro was bored and casually trashed up the vampire city ruled by Luminous. Now, if there is one thing you don't do, it's mess with Luminous, because if you mess with Luminous, you're messing with me, you're messing with all the people in the comments. You don't do that. Alright, anyway, so because Veldora destroyed Luminous's pride and joy, she held an eternal grudge against this true dragon. However, Veldora's most important historical moment pre-Rimuru was about 300 years ago, when the Eastern Empire dispatched their army to expand the nation's territory. They encountered Veldora in the Jura forest and got absolutely crushed. So the hero was dispatched to seal him away with Infinity Prison. Okay, this is actually Chronoa, or time loop Chloe's body, possessed by 1700-year-old Hinata's soul, who after looping through several incarnations had a... Okay, no, I'm not doing it this video. If y'all really want a full explanation of this, go get some gamer subs with code ABD 10% off. These videos would not be possible without me chugging down some anime girl thighs, alright? Anyways, all you need to know for this video is the fact that Veldora was sealed away by the hero Chronoa and was only freed when Rimuru ate his ass and he lived rent-free in the slime's stomach for 2 years until our goat became a demon lord. During this time, his divine protection, known as the Crest of Storms, was applied to Rimuru and those he named prior to volume 15. In other words, naming a monster takes up a lot of magicules, and Rimuru did it like it was nothing. So Veldora's magicule stores facilitated Rimuru's naming spree due to him being stored inside. And eventually, Veldora's freedom came due to the Great Sage's own evolution into Raphael, allowing him to finally remove the restrictions of Infinity Prison and top that with a clone of Rimuru for him to inhibit, and bam! You get Veldora on your team. And what an asset he is. First of all, now that he inhabits a clone of our slime god, he has a soul corridor with Rimuru. This is essentially a link that allows the two to share power with one another. This was how Rimuru was able to use abilities like Black Lightning from the get-go. Veldora is now also functionally immortal due to him storing his memories within Rimuru. If you've ever played Final Fantasy, Veldora is basically a summon and can be resummoned over and over again no matter how much damage he takes. This would also happen to Velgrind post-Eastern Empire War. In human form, Veldora also has access to Veldora-style killing arts, which is a type of physical martial arts. If you think this is something a child would make up after watching Naruto, you'd be exactly right, as Veldora was reading manga from Rimuru's memories and turned those unrealistic and impractical combat techniques into an actual fully usable combat style that works, like using Kamehameha or Hadouken against Milim. Just like everyone else in Rimuru's army, the Great Sage's ascension also boosted Veldora's power, such as increasing his unique skill Investigator to 348 times its previous potency, eventually evolving into the ultimate skill Faust. This allows the user to manipulate the probability of any event to the outcome they please. Take the example we used in another slime video, a coin flip. If Veldora wants the coin to land on heads every time, it'll probably land on heads every time. More notably, if Veldora has 10,000 projectiles shot towards him, he can make it so every single one misses him, like he did against Velgrind in volume 14. The only time this power isn't completely one-sided is when he's fighting those of similar strength or will, which causes Faust to only double the chances of him winning the probability. From his rebirth, Veldora became a staple of Tempest's militaristic might, gaining him the title of the guardian deity of Tempest and even even serving as the final boss to Ramiris's dungeon, where he fought no time loop normal Hinata and blasted her ass. But what if I told you this man gets even stronger? Would you believe it? Because he has been training in the dungeon against Jijin, Abito, all these great calamity threats, even Diablo, all this time getting resurrected over and over again. So this man has leveled up massive. Firstly, this is due to As the Thought, where Rimuru was able to change the characteristics of spiritual life forms connected to him, which included Veldora. He eliminated the danger of losing their ego, the soul's innermost part or nucleus, from being reset upon reincarnation. Wait, you're probably asking, Sid, I thought true dragons are immortal. Well, they are, but they can still die, and upon reincarnation, their ego or the innermost part of their soul is reset, which even changes their personalities. This isn't a problem for Veldora anymore as long as Rimuru is intact. This works in reverse order as well, by the way. Faust was also evolved into Nyarlathotep. Bro, show the word on screen. I don't know how to say this. Lord of Chaos, which just boosts his probability chances even more. And just like Velgrind, makes it so his body and soul ascend through space, time, and multiple other worlds, leading Veldora to resist time stop now, which he does in his current battle against Dagrul, against whom Veldora had been sparring with since ancient times. Although nerfed in the current time, Dagrul became an absolute menace once he turned into his true Ashura form by absorbing his brothers. With just his attack Quasar Break, Dagrul sends a shiver down Veldora's spine, which in the past would have frightened the dragon enough for him to run away. However, we witnessed some character growth upon Veldora, as after meeting Rimuru and reading One Piece, he knows Luffy and Rimuru would never abandon his Nakama, who in this case are Shion and Luminous. So both of these world-ending calamities put on a show which was so devastating that if Luminous, Shion, and rest of the fighters didn't pool their energies together to create a barrier, all of them would be dead from just their residual energy, which was dispersed through their fists clashing. Luminous even compliments Veldora for maturing a bit, as even in this dire situation, he had the protection of his friends in mind and was managing to surpass Dagrul. Then finally, Veldora unleashed his final move, the Fertile Paradox, which is a rainbow-colored attack that engulfed the whole of Lubelius. This power is an ability of acceptance, which swallows up all the consciousnesses it comes in contact with, literally separating the three giant Ashura brothers and even giving Luminous a sense of orgasmic bliss. I mean, I guess this rainbow-colored attack is representative of the calm eye of the Storm Dragon. Also, this attack changes the entire landscape of Dagrul's dominion, which used to be a complete barren desert, but now is green and lush with fauna. Finally, we have the newest and fifth true dragon, Rimuru Tempest, the Void Dragon. Rimuru became a true dragon during the Eastern Empire's invasion of Tempest, which covers volumes 13 to 15. You see, Veldora gets brainwashed, and then Rimuru has to fight not one, but two true dragons. Obviously, if you've made it this far into the video, you know this dude kicks both Veldora and Velgrind's ass, which of course is due to him becoming their new sibling. Yep, at this point, Rimuru is considered family to these guys, which means he's God's younger brother. But how is this even possible? How does a slime become a dragon? Well, it's due to Raphael, or Ciel. Upon seeing that her master had to take on two true dragons, Raphael started to doubt herself, and so to boost its morale, Rimuru gave it a name, Ciel, evolving the ultimate skill into a Manas, just like Michael. With this upgrade, Ciel was not only able to analyze info particles, aka the building blocks of the universe, but actively manipulate. And since Ciel is an evolved form of Wisdom King Raphael, she has dominion over all information in the universe, essentially allowing her to change the fabric of reality at will. Like, Velgrind was using a superpower acceleration attack, and Ciel went, nope, and created a skill instantly that was strong enough to overpower hers. Ciel focuses on Velgrind while Rimuru tries to get his BFF Veldora back, and it's in that moment that Ciel casually goes, yo, Rimuru, wanna become a true dragon? Rimuru obviously is pretty shocked by this, but after absorbing the Chaos Dragon core of Milim's pet and analyzing Veldora himself, Ciel has all the necessary components to evolve Rimuru into a true dragon, naturally becoming one of the embodiments of creation multiplies Rimuru's strength by a ton, especially with his new power to understand the world's nature itself. He also gains control over space, time, and magical elements due to his new ability, Dragon Release. Rimuru also predates Velgrind here, which we know obviously increased her strength, but also made our boy even stronger. Just like Veldora, he can summon her and even use her magic cues and abilities now. Furthermore, Beelzebub gets an upgrade, transforming the skill's stomach into literal infinite space, a whole ass new dimension under Rimuru's control. But that's nothing compared to the best power Rimuru gets upon his upgrade, as a ton of his ultimate skills are combined to form one ultra powerful ability, Void God Azatar. Remember everything we just talked about in this video regarding skills? Yeah, well, that skill is all of those combined. Dragon skills, ultimate skills, doesn't matter. Everything gets a level up and Rimuru can use it. Even space-time domination. So yeah, Rimuru controls space and time at an even greater level than he did like 5 minutes ago. This evolution is Rimuru's most pivotal, and it's very likely that Rimuru is in fact Veldora himself, as not anyone can become a true dragon. You need a unique soul or ego to be able to withstand reality itself, and according to Feldaway's theory, you need the 3 dragon cores of Velzerd, Veldora, and Velgrind to resurrect Veldonava's soul. Rimuru has 2 out of 3 right now and is probably gonna get Velzerd's when he comes back from the edge of time as a digital being, something that Veldonava was also. Furthermore, if you look at Veldonava's dragon color, it's literally Rimuru's blue. I'm not making this stuff up, guys. There is real evidence, but I will explore that theory in the next slime video. Also, shout out to my friend Weave the World for helping me make sure all this info from 21 novels is accurate. So go watch every time Rimuru leveled up.